Hey guys, welcome back to this 100% do everything playthrough. When we last left off, we beat the mines, we beat Punchinello, rescued the children, got the 3rd star piece. But we have a few more things to do here in Moleville before we finish up. Again, we do everything in this game, so I want to show you what there is to see here. If you want to run the Moleville minecart track thing again, you can either go through the whole mines and just go do it again, or you can talk to this mole up here, where for a mere 10 coins, he'll let you drop down this hole, and that's a shortcut to the railroad. You can ride it again. You can also wager 30 coins, and if you beat your high score, your best time, you get 50 coins. It's another one of those minigames like the Goomba Thumpin' game, where you are your own worst enemy in terms of getting a high score. Eventually, if your skill level plateaus, you can keep yourself from ever winning again because you can't beat your own score. It occurs to me now that both of these minigames are run by moles. These guys aren't playing around. Back here in the item shop, remember this guy that we saw in the mines earlier? He sells some one-of-a-kind items that are available at different points in the game. For now, he's only selling one thing. It's the Lucky Jewel, which lets you play that lucky minigame after battle, but it disappears after 10 uses. I don't really want that right now. I don't want it filling space in my inventory yet. We'll come back for that later. Again, it's a one-of-a-kind item, so for you completionists out there, it's something you want to have. Now this place is interesting. This shop, I guess, you can trade in your unwanted items from your inventory to earn points. And once you earn points, you can trade them in for some rare items, which is pretty cool. It's one of the few places in the game where you can get fire and ice bombs, which is nice. Since this town is where maple syrups and mid mushrooms become available, it's not a bad idea to offload your now outdated mushrooms and honey syrups. So I'm just kind of walking you through the example here. Mushrooms are worth 2 points, honey syrups 4, pick-me-ups 2, red essence 50. Although you'd kind of have to be nuts to trade a red essence. Those are worth more than anything this shop has to offer. We'll give you a mushroom, how about that? Just one. You need 100 points to get an item, and the items available are fire bombs, ice bombs, and fright bombs. Let's see, what else? Oh, okay. There's also the fireworks guy. And this is one of the reasons why I've been hoarding money like a dragon this whole game. This guy sells you fireworks for 500 coins a pop. I might have a full inventory. No, I just gave away a mushroom. So at the end of the game, there's a parade while the credits are rolling, and at the end of that parade, there's a fireworks show. The intensity of those fireworks and the shape of the big final firework change depending on how many fireworks you bought from that guy. If you buy 1 or 2, it's a mushroom. If you buy 3 or 4, it's a fire flower. If you buy 5, it's a star. So for our 100% completion, we need to buy 5 fireworks in total from that guy. You don't have to have them in your inventory, you can get rid of them right after you buy them, but you do need to buy a total of 5 over the course of the game. And that is a cool 2,500 coins in total. Pretty steep. You can't even have more than one in your inventory at a time. He won't sell it to you if you've already got one in your inventory. Now, you can sell his fireworks for half of what you paid for them, 250 coins each, so it's not as bad as it could be. Or you can do the responsible thing and trade the fireworks to this small child to get a shiny stone. The shiny stone unlocks the door to this game's super boss, Culex, which we won't encounter until way at the end of this game. Or you can trade the shiny stone for this other kid in the shop for a carbo cookie. The carbo cookie on its own doesn't really do anything. The only thing it's good for is trading it to this other small child on top of this bucket. So the first time you give her a carbo cookie, she'll leave, and you can use the bucket to teleport to the Midas River minigame. We'll do the Midas River minigame again, just so you can see it. But don't worry, I've planned stuff to talk about during this, since we've already seen it. But the minigame works just like it did the first time, except the toad that collects your coins at the end of the game, it isn't there. So that means any coins you get in this go-around, you get to keep. Of course, you're talking about you had to pay 500 coins for the fireworks in the first place, and you're going to get maybe 70 or 80 coins from this, depending on how good you are, so it's not exactly worth it. But back to that little girl, if you trade her a carbo cookie a second time, she gives you a frog coin. Now this cave we don't want to go into, because this is the one that steals your coins. Or no, maybe it's the other one. Either way, we already did it. We haven't seen this one yet, so let's see it. Fish and Lakitu. But that's the way that little girl in the bucket works. Every odd number of times you give her a carbo cookie, the Midas River opens up, and every even number of times, she gives you a frog coin. So all things considered, you're paying 1,000 coins to get one frog coin, and maybe like 70 or 80 coins from the Midas River. But hey, gave us the chance to do the portion of the waterfall we didn't do before, and get those coins. But no, Toad, I don't need your advice. Jump on barrels. Got it. But while we're doing this again, let me plug myself again, like I did last time. Like I said before, I've made a couple of ROM hacks of this game. So I've started a developer blog of sorts. Each week I post about the current projects that I'm working on. I post videos, pictures. I talk about some of the technical details of it, what the game's about, what the hack's going to be about, that kind of thing. So if that's something that's interesting to you, go ahead and check it out. The link is that Ko-fi link. That's Ko-fi link in the description for the video. And I have made the promise to you that my content is always free, and that blog is no exception. But if you good people out there enjoy my ROM hacks, you want to send me a small thank you, I do accept donations. You can become a monthly member, where you contribute, you know, like $5 a month. Or you can just give me a one-time thing even. That's fine, too. But either way, check it out. 76 coins. Not exactly a stellar refund, but hey, better than... Like my mama always said, it's better than a poke in the eye with a sharp stick. Alright, now that we've seen what we're doing there, let's head over to Booster Pass. Booster Pass is kind of a standard RPG filler area, but as usual, they found a way to make that interesting in this game. We'll be back here at a later point. Now, I've been playing this game for years, and I only found out about this frog coin hidden in this bush maybe a couple years ago. This goes to show you, there's always something to learn. There are also a couple of hidden chests around here. We'll be sure to grab those. And some of these bushes attack you. I wonder... I'm just thinking about this now. I wonder if the idea was that you'd find that frog coin by investigating that first bush near the entrance. And then you'd try investigating more bushes for stuff, only to have them ambush you. I don't know, maybe. Could be another one of those things I'm reading into too much. Yeah, getting a full house with inventory. There's also a Lakitu you can fight. I mean, that's not particularly exciting, but other than one Lakitu fight available in Bowser's Keep, this is the only Lakitu in the game you can fight. Although, again, there's nothing terribly remarkable about that. But we do get our next ally after this level, so I would like to get to level 8 with everybody here. Just gives us more excuses to use jump, throwing for content. These spiky boys have fairly high defense, but it's nothing we can't handle. One of the weirdest enemies in the game. These weird, sentient, haunted carrot things. Joke's on you, I'm just gonna jump on you anyway. I can't remember if I had mentioned this before, but I'm also kind of curious about flowers in general. I have never counted how many flowers there are versus how many flowers there are in chests or freestanding versus how many come in the form of flower tabs and jars and boxes. So by hoarding all of these flower tabs that I'm hoarding, part of me is trying to see how far can we get, how close can we get to 99 without using these. There does come a point in the game where you can get essentially infinite flower tabs and flower boxes, but I don't think there's a way to get more freestanding or flowers in chests once you've exhausted all of those. More magic for the magic guy, and then we should just need about one more fight, so we'll attack a Lakitu. Try saying that 10 times fast. They do have decently high magic attack for this point in the game. They also have high magic defense, which is why Mario, despite jumping like a maniac, didn't do all that much damage by jumping on them. And there we go, there's our level 8. Alright, let's move on. This is one of the few areas in the game that has a freestanding flower. Really don't see that very often. There's also this hidden button here that you can jump on that squishes these guys in the rocks and you get coins for it. Which seems a bit gruesome. But hey, coins! Nice, shiny. Kind of a weird thing. There's nothing quite like this anywhere else in the game. But again, it's a nice touch to make an area with no plot relevance interesting. And now we're here at Booster Tower, and we found Bowser. It seems as though all of his remaining Koopa Troop members have been spooked by Smithy and abandoned him, so now he's traveling on his own. Poor guy. He's waxing nostalgic about the good old days, about kidnapping the princess, Mario coming to rescue her. Simpler times. And there she is, we finally found the princess. So despite how enormous this tower appears to be, it's at least 10 stories tall. Mario and Bowser, I guess, talk loud enough that the princess can hear them. I like that she looks down and sees Mario and calls for him, and completely ignores Bowser, who is standing right by him. Although maybe she can't see him at that angle. Poor Bowser, friend-zoned again. So Bowser's trying to play it cool, saying, hey, she's kidnapped, that's good enough for me, whatever, I'm out of here. Door's locked. And this was a trick. I deceived you. He wants to bust in and save the princess too. But using the awesome power of his tremendous girth, he breaks down the door for you. This is one of the main reasons we have him on our team, is to break down doors. As it turns out, that actually does come up again, a couple times. But realizing he's a bit outnumbered, he decides to let you join the Koopa Troop. So there you go, this game is really about how Bowser and the Koopa Troop save the world. I don't need an explanation of how to switch allies, but I will tell you how to switch allies. We get this fun new command here, switch, which, as the name implies, lets us switch our allies. Now, I want to give everybody some time to shine in this game. I don't want to use the same party for the entire game, so let's get Bowser on the team. Malo was our first person that we got on the team, so I guess we can trade you out, buddy. But don't worry, we'll see Malo again before the end of the game. Now remember what I said about Bowser's equipment in the last video? Look at that beautiful defense. 67 defense with a single pair of pants. Beautiful. We'll keep... why don't we put the true form pin on Bowser and the wake up pin on Geno? Because Bowser's not great with magic attack, so I don't want him turned into a scarecrow. But Geno, I can handle being a scarecrow. He's got other things he can do. But before we continue on here, let's clear out our inventory. Maybe buy some more fireworks. Oh, first, let's take a nap. We could go nap at Mario's house for free, but, what can you do? But this innkeeper mole is telling us that our good buddy Toadofsky from Tadpole Pond is back at it again, composing music. So we'll head there next. Do a quick side quest. We love those. Let's offload some flower tabs. Again, we'll pick up more as the game goes on. Kiddos love fireworks. And just to prove what I was saying before about how the girl in the bucket works, let's do the trade sequence another time. It hurts losing out on that 250 coins to sell, or to get back from selling the fireworks, but hey, the sacrifices I make for you people. And there's our frog coin. An incredibly inefficient way to get frog coins. Alright, let's go visit Toadofsky and make music one more time. Now, if you want to know the song that you're supposed to be playing, you know what, I guess I can show that to you after we're done here. If you've ever wondered how you're supposed to figure out what the song is supposed to be, I can show you what that is. Mi do so do re la ti do. Like riding a bike. Thanks, Todovsky. Something kind of disappointing I found out about Todovsky is that he has this unused graphic of him conducting, and it's not used anywhere. It's not used in Tadpole Pond when you're making music, and it's not used in the end credits, which is, you know, feels like kind of a waste. It's a cute little animation. But anyway, for the 3 pieces of music you're supposed to make at Tadpole Pond, the clue to the first one is here. This banner right behind Frog Fuchsias. You know, so la mi, re do re mi, that's musical jargon. I don't know what you'd call that. I mean, I guess those are notes, but I'm used to notes being letters. You know, C, D, E, F, G, all that. I don't know, I did band. I did band from 5th grade all throughout high school, and we used letters for notes, not do, re, mi. But then for the second batch of notes that you're supposed to play for Todovsky, you can find that here, in the middle of the mine. Got a hike here. The Moleville Blues, that's what we have to play. Digging deep in of course, the letters in quotation marks are the ones you're supposed to play. Mi, do, so, do, re, la, ti, do. And there you have it. Don't say I never taught you anything. Despite this video having mostly filler content, with Booster Pass and Midas River and optional stuff like that, we are out of time. So we're going to save here, and then next time we will explore Booster's famous Tower of Amusement. And I have some interesting tidbits about it. There's a lot of unused, what do you call it, physical data, collision data, that's the word, in the tower. It's kind of weird, makes you wonder what the tower was originally going to look like. But anyway, that's it for now. That's a story for another time. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.